Nigeria's security situation is about to get to a definite crescendo that may sweep everyone away. Imagine the first scenario when bandits attack the convoy of advanced team of President Muhammadu Buhari in Doshima area of Katsina State on their way to Daura for his Salah visits. Now, terrorists killed an area commander and another police officer in the attack. So, how long before the bandits will make a daring attempt at that of the president or the presidential villa itself? Another scenario is the attack on the Medium Security Custodial Centre, Kuje, in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. About 600 inmates escaped during the attack, including Boko Haram terrorists detained at the facility. Again, how long before the hardened criminals released in the attack will take Abuja by storm? So many questions to jolt us into reality, but let's start the story of the attack on Kuje Custodial Centre.
We can confirm the attack on Kuje Correctional Centre in Abuja. But for now, we don't have much information. We are working with the Nigerian Correctional Service to have more information on it. But for now, we have deployed men to fortify the area. We arrested some of the fleeing inmates, but can't give you any figure of hand. At the same time, the IGP has ordered deployment of our specialized units to go, particularly EOD, explosive ordnance disposal unit, to go and assess the place. Our intelligence operatives have gone there. So all security agencies are there now, as I speak with you, to assess the situation and come up with at least preliminary investigation report.
Let's talk about the audacity of these terrorists. You know, I know that road when you're from Katsina to Daura is 1 hour on a good day. I was there in 2015, I was there in 2019. So on a good day, you know, and if the advance team of the president, I don't know if you can attack that convoy. I don't want to be seen as talking as in disclosing the itinerary of Mr. President, but I just don't know. I know that Mr. President does not drive on that road. I know what I'm saying. Maybe Mr. President lands. Okay, let's just leave the rest. But then he's advancing.
Well, I'm not sure it was like they knew that the advanced team will move at that particular period. You know, I was just trying to pick the brains of some of my reporters, and they are saying that maybe the terrorists, maybe they are hungry, or the bandits, they were hungry, and then they decided to go to that particular road at that time for them to launch the attack. So it is unfortunate that they met the president's advance team, you know, and then they attacked them. It's unfortunately also that we lost 2 officers, you know, in this attack. Well, even at that, it is worrisome, Ayo, that because I know if the president's advance team is moving the way they will move, you know,
as a symbol of the country.
You understand what I mean?
Number 1 president.
So for them to even say, okay, who is this particular person? I was just imagining, if the governor was also moving, he will also move like that, with at least 3 to 4 cars, vehicles, having police officers, having soldiers, and then these guys brazenly attack the president's advance team or the governor. You understand? It was riddled. You know, so Ayo, we are living in difficult times. Let's be frank with ourselves. And the earlier we begin to talk about this, the better. The president has to find a lasting solution. It is enough for us to be condemning every time you will condemn attack and condemn this. And no. We need solutions. We need real solutions for us to have peace. Because if, for instance, the president's team advancing was attacked at that period, have you also thought about the people that will be coming afterwards, what will happen to them? It means those people would have also been attacked or been kidnapped. So it is not only the president. The president is just number one. Yes, it might be the most important, but the most important set of people are Nigerians who voted him in. And so those people too need security. So the president and his team should begin to look for solutions. And what I mean lasting solutions that will be able to make sure that these bandits are put in their in their positions.
I don't envy the right Honorable Aminu Bello Masari. Now it's like a reflection of what he has been saying, but you know he can't afford to rock the boat. He's from the same state with Mr. President, but now that this has happened to the convoy of Mr. President, you have a clear picture of what is happening in Katsina. That Katsina might just be in a state of lawlessness.
Yeah, well, it's nothing new. Earlier in the day, yesterday, before the attack happened, the state government said that 2 of their major hospitals had been taken over by bandits, shut down completely.
2 of their major hospitals?
Yeah. And then 69 of them, they had to close down because bandits were terrifying those areas. 69. So what it means is Katsina as a whole is not safe. Forget about the president coming from there. I quite understand how some of these things work. An ambush is not expected. If it was a conventional war where you know your opponent, you know who is coming to attack you, it's a different ball game. So I will still give it to that convoy, the operatives in that convoy,
to be able to repel
that.
Exactly.
They even lost only 2 men. I give it to them. Because you are driving, unexpectedly, somebody opens fire on you. It's difficult. It's a difficult situation. So I give it to them.
Attack.
Surprise. But one of the things that this has taught us is this. These guys are sufficiently armed. You know, we've been saying it here. A policeman is holding an AK-47. The person you want to contend with is holding a rocket launcher. Huh?
We're lucky.
Or even
They would have attacked any of these
even
vehicles without
Yes.
you know, the aircraft missile.
Anti-aircraft.
You know, that's what they carry around. And that's why when you see holes in vehicles that they attack, huge, not like the normal guns. Because those are things that are supposed to be used to bring aircraft down that they are using. The kind of things that you drop in a place and about 100 feet all around sinks. So it's coming home gradually. And you know, I've said it on this program before, that the likelihood of these people taking the battle to the government and the officials is very high. Because when you have gotten to a situation where you and I, who are the ordinary men, they've terrorized us so much that we can't pay ransom again, they'll go after those who have the money. If you look at the trend in the last few weeks, you will see that those that they are kidnapping are clerics. Because they knew somebody was able to raise 100 million and shouted it to the whole world.
Yes, in 24 hours.
In 24 hours. That we raised 100 million to free this man. That day I said, the next target will be clerics. And they are going for them. And that is not likely to abate. Because the church has the money to pay. That's what we have been told by that statement. And if they have succeeded in ambushing the presidential convoy, then we should expect more. Because it gives them courage. It gives them belief in themselves.
The second leg of this is that, you know, activities, life and properties around Katsina states, that they've not been enjoying, you know, the best of the dividend of democracy, no matter what you intend to do, if the environment is insecure, no matter the level of infrastructure.
If you look at it, even it's not only Katsina. There are some in some states in Nigeria, the likes of Zamfara,
And this is a fallout of
the likes of the other day. It was even on Journalist Hangout on Sunday that we were discussing about 400 million being paid in taxes to bandits, in 2 months or thereabout. So these guys have turned themselves into a government on their own. Yeah. So they are now a government. So they can, anywhere they go to, they want to form their own enclave and begin to terrorize our people. In Katsina, I'm very sure that it is only maybe the state capital that will be safe.
Even the state capital,
so even inside the state, inside the state capital, inside the state capital, there are some places that you can't move. These guys are just around doing whatever they want to do, and at the end of the day, they will leave, but they are making money off our people. I'm not sure the Katsina state governor will be able to do anything. He will just be bidding his time, just like Mr. President, who is also bidding his time to leave. Okay. Because that is how it looks now.
President Muhammadu Buhari has just visited that Kuje facility right now. He should be there holding this program now. And from what you've read so far, and from all indication, this is a very dangerous trend. When terrorists will have gain access to the heart of the Federal Capital Territory to free over 60 hardened criminals and confirmed terrorists, we should expect the backlash.
Well, like it happened during the NSAS, when we had numerous jailbreaks. Where, on this program we said it, and in the 3 months that followed, we knew the kind of things that happened in those areas where you had. Messages have been going around now. If you stay in Abuja and its environment, it's good for you to stay home now. At least in the next 3, 4, 5 days, stay home. Because these guys will still be in town.
Yes.
Planning how to move. And unfortunately, like we have seen, prisons in Nigeria don't reform people. They come out, more than 90% come out more hardened. If you look at those that were freed during the NSAS, a lot of them were caught in days, hijacking vehicles, stealing, robbery, and they still had access to guns. Not to now talk of these ones who were freed by their own. They were freed by their own, so it means business continues. But then some other theory is the fact that maybe now that they have succeeded with this attack, we can be hopeful that those that were kidnapped on that train journey between Abuja and Kaduna will be freed. Perhaps. That's another theory to it. That now that they have some of their own, they will be able to say, okay,
so it's confirmed that they took everybody.
All of those involved. The government confirmed it. The government confirmed
because they were there, they were actually put in Kuje prison.
Okay, confirmed it. Before coming into the studio now, what I read on the Vanguard, was that they actually changed the military guards.
Yes.
A day before.
A day before.
Can this be a coincidence? What is that? It doesn't look tidy.
We
know it might be expedient that they change these people regularly. But why is it that it is a day after the change of guards that this thing is happening?
For an attack of this magnitude, it is not something that was planned today.
No, certainly not.
It is something that has been planned for months before they actually attacked this. And not only that, they might also have insiders. Because if you look at it,
you don't carry out attacks like this without insider help. Because
there will be somebody.
There is no way.
There is somebody who would have told them that they will be changing guards so day at so time. So this is what you should do. And those guys, those terrorists, would have been around that correctional facility for a very long time, looking at who is going out, who is coming in, looking at what the cameras that are around for them to have attacked. I'm very sure, and I'm also very sure.
They didn't just waste time. They just brought down the walls.
No, because they know that, okay, do you think that they would have been driving from wherever they are inside the forest and then they bring their RPGs, bring their bombs that same last night? It's not possible. It is something that they would have been doing, keeping and making sure that when they want to attack, they will do it once. And they did it for hours. There was no attack. There was nobody to repel them.
That's the most baffling part.
For hours. It started around 10. Ayo. The next thing we heard was it's around 6 that some people are now going to say, okay, this is the magnitude, this is who, and the number of people that died and all that. Now I heard that they said that 3 people, the 3 attackers were killed. How do we know that they were 3 attackers? That is what they are telling us.
Some people said it was 300 people in the back. I said, who counted them?
Who counted?
Who was there counting 1 to 300?
Ayo. So it is shocking and baffling that Ayo, I can tell you that it is a failure because if, for instance, we have a facility as big as this, and they don't have intelligent officers even within them to cordon off to know what is happening around them, then it's a problem.
And I think this is even one of our most recent facilities, this Kuje prison.
Beyond being recent, it's always modernized. It's always upgraded. I think I agree with you that the planning was something that didn't just happen.
Ola Julius is calling us from Ibadan.
This is Ola Julius from Ibadan, your state capital. Ayo, good evening, sir. And,
good evening. Go ahead, please.
And Asuko. Now, the attack on that correctional center, for me, it's not even the major problem. The major challenge, Ayo, is these Boko Haram members that are now returning back to the society as a country. And that is even more dangerous and disastrous for us as a country. Why? Because they are now coming back, fortified. They are now coming back to make sure to cause more harm, even into our society. Honestly, we need to have this intelligence gathering very well so that we'll be able to know how to tackle these people. And honestly, I want to beg Mr. President and his handlers to rise up to the occasion to make sure that these people are being apprehended very soon, or else, Ayo, they are going to be more deadlier. That's right. Why? Because they've learned more training in that place. Coming out now forcefully, they don't want to go back there. So they want to cause more harm for us as a country.
I think the update here now is that
okay.
Some of the guys, they've apprehended some of them.
Well, let me.
Who are the people that they apprehended?
They are the prisoners who left, actually, from what we have heard.
Yes.
But on this issue of change of guards, I think it's routine.
Yes.
What, for me,
less than 24 hours after,
is the fact that, see, we lack intelligence gathering. We've always been saying it. If something like that is going to happen in your territory, massive as that, then there should have been an inkling, something to say to you that these people are coming. And one other thing I would quickly like to mention is the fact that if you have been to that facility, you'll see that it's close to where people live. It's just... So if in the heat of that attack, for instance, the Nigerian Air Force decides to scramble an aircraft, you may be killing more civilians, more innocent people than those who are in the prison.
Even calling into consideration.
That's what I'm saying. So going to attack at that point because the only way you can do it at that time will be from the air, will result in massive losses, including those who have even gotten pardon, who are inside the prison, like the 2 former governors. You could have killed them. So for me, it was safer to have held on and allowed them to go. The thing we should have done in the first instance was to prevent, which we failed to do. If we had presented it, we won't be talking about this.
All right.